actually, just from looking here at the grids. Having a few technical difficulties with the leaderboard, as they do say so myself. We're currently joined here by Alex Kaikira in the commentary booth as a special guest for today. Alex, say hi, mate.
Hello, lads.
Yep, so Alex has taken time out of his day to come and bless you guys with some wonderful commentary. We're going to hopefully get a good race in today. Alex, any predictions for the race?
Honest to God, I think it's either going to go Josh or Ollie Betts' way today in the race.
Yep, Josh Everts knows how to get the car going very quickly. He knows where to position himself, and he knows how to get the job done when the conditions are right. But Mercedes, a no-show in the first 2 rounds, are all of a sudden they're present here and they're ready to go for gold. So you never know, man. You never know. We've got a lot of people here today. Quite a high attendance. And you've also got the 2 Nissans at the back. Well, I say 2 Nissans. Now it's just one. Me. We've also got the debut of the Pink Racing team, D Thief and James Knox. And then we've also got, you know, keep an eye on Harry Wolf as well. Some bold comments over the weekend. Maybe he can capitalise on them. But it really is anyone's race today, so let's have a look. Let's see what happens. I've got a wee message from Race Control. I'm just going to have a read. Okay, cool. We might not get a good angle of the start, ladies and gentlemen, but we're just going to have to hope for the best. It's not letting me go back to pits, so I can't use that either. But hopefully we can get something going. I'm going to quickly just pull up this leaderboard for now, just so we can follow what's happening. And then, yeah, 20 seconds for lights out. I think we're in for a good one. DRS rules for this weekend, or for every race, is the lead car is only allowed to use it after lap 1. Everyone except the lead car is allowed to use it. And then we've got the 6 red lights.
And it.
Lights out and away we go. Looks like a good start for the Mercedes drivers, and I cannot follow them. Lovely. And it's a good start for Ola-Remy Joseph, straight away into the lead. And he looks to be getting a great start, immediately gapping the field. And now we've got Epic, just losing a lot of positions down into the first braking zone. What's it going to be?
The Renault driver goes wide into turn 3.
Yep,
That might have been.
That was definitely a hectic start. Let me just try to get this leaderboard off of my screen. There we go. Okay, finally we're back.
Right, Josh Everts into 2nd place ahead of Ollie Betts here. It's a long race indeed, but let's see what Josh Everts can do.
Yep, so already up into 2nd place, Josh Everts. We all know how much potential he has. You know, many world championships, many race wins, but he definitely looks like he's got his work cut out for him. If we remember the last race here, he had to give up position to, well, it wasn't him. His teammate James Knox, who used to race for him in Renault, had to give up the position and give him the race win on the final lap, which was a very controversial decision that was made. But now he's eyeing up a legit victory here, as it looks like Ola-Remy Joseph's gone off there. Alex, would you like to take it from here?
It seems like Alex Montanelli has also lost places to one of the Ferraris in it, as he goes down to 8th. James Knox in 10th, and then you've got D Thief in 5th, and then I don't know who that is in 4th. Sorry. Well, we see here Josh Everts on the charge. Oh, that might be someone.
Oh, and that's Ola-Remy
it's on the
Joseph
Mercedes. That might be Ola-Remy Joseph. Josh Everts gets into the lead as Joseph goes down to 10th. What just happened there?
Is that a safety car? Or is that?
I think that might be a safety car.
Yeah, that was not really ideal in my opinion.
Yeah.
I was saying he was going to have to watch out for those incidents, but you know, it looks like it's really just gone shot him in the back foot. So. Oh, what's going on here?
What's
going on here? What's going on here? Everyone's diving into the pits, so I do think there is a safety car. does that merit a safety car? Do we need a safety car? I'm not entirely sure because I wasn't able to catch the. I wasn't able to catch the what's it called? The announcement. But now that leaves Ari Wolf up in the lead.
And then you've got Alex Mancinelli in second.
And it is a safety car. Highlighted by none other than Hera Foxy. Definitely an interesting decision.
Interesting indeed. So the following pack after the pit stop, we've got whoever that is in first, I don't know. You've got Alex Mancinelli, James Knott, one of the Ferraris, and then you've got, I don't know who was in fifth. And then you've got Josh Everett, and then Ollie Betts.
Oh.
And Foxy just bends it into the gravel.
That's lovely. Anyway, where were we? Yeah. So Josh Everett's down into sixth. It is a. It's Ed in the lead, followed by Alex Mancinelli, and then we've got James Knox, and then we got who's this? Dylan Toe, Pascal Frost in P5, Josh Everett in P6, Epic P7, Agatino Bivona in P8, D-Thief in P9, Ollie Remy Joseph after that insane calamity crash in P10, Chris Tango P11, Giannis Kovamis in P12, and Aero Foxy, of course, the safety car driver. We had a bit of a mayor himself.
I don't think that was ideal for Joseph.
Oh, absolutely not. That's definitely not what you want. But yeah, Alex, you just keep talking, mate. I'm going to quickly just check the sound levels.
Alright. So we've got and we've got Alex Mancinelli, James Knox, Harry Poe, I think his name is, Ross Everett, Ollie Betts, Ravona, D-Thief, and Joseph, and then whoever is in P11, P12, and then you've got Harry Foxy as a safety car. I think it is going to be a very good race today. We've already got a safety car early on.
Yep, F1AC is notorious for these early safety cars. You know, you don't really want to see them, but they just keep coming. Unfortunately, it's just how it is.
Would that be a penalty coming whoever, well, alongside Josh Everett, maybe?
It'll definitely be put up for review, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be investigated by the FIA. So imagine it's either going to be a penalty or a point. Not the other.
Yeah, you got to keep your eye on him.
Yeah.
The Mercedes, they're playing at straws, and then obviously Pink Racing Team up in thirds. James Knox, a handy pair of hands. You can definitely rely on him to pick up.
Let him cook.
Yeah, you can let him cook. Just let him cook. See what happens. But here we have the start procedure. Let's see if we can go on a rear view camera.
A roller start, and he's gone. He's gone, and he's got a bit of a gap, 4 tenths, 3 seconds. Alex Mancinelli behind him.
Yep, so Ari Wolf making a very good start right there. Trying to see if he can keep the momentum going.
Josh Everett just made up a place ahead of Frost.
Yeah.
P5. I think something's happened to Frost because he's went down from P5 to P8. He's now in P9.
Let's try again.
As Joseph makes up a place to P8.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of cluster of cars here. As we are on board with the Ferrari of
Dylan Toe, he's really getting his toes pinched here. Getting overtaken by Epic.
He's got Bivona beside him.
Yep, and good evasive action from Toe there to make sure he doesn't go straight into the back of the Williams. And as I say that, he goes off, and that's going to give that's going to give Olorimi Joseph the advantage, and he's going to go back up into 7th. So a big comeback story right now from the two Mercedes drivers who were 1-2 at the start of this race, and now they're having to pick up the pieces. And what's happened here? That's Alex going up. Oh, and he's
gone off.
He's botched the move.
He's absolutely overcooked it.
That is what happens when you get too eager on the brakes.
As James Knox goes into second. We said earlier you can count on him. He's certainly counting on the leader that Alex Mancinelli battling.
Yep.
He's picked up the pieces. He's gone to second.
Yep. Apparently, Alex caused a collision. I'm not sure. I didn't really see any collision there. Maybe we missed something.
Yeah, I think we missed it. But
James,
it's still a long race and certainly more to happen.
yeah, James up into P2 though.
Yeah, but Alex Mancinelli is right on his tail, and we know Alex Mancinelli can get very fast in certain tracks. As
bit wide
James
there,
goes
mate.
a wee bit wide there.
And then again a bit wide. He has come into this like a cold turkey. Not much practice, and now Alex shaping up a move on the pink racing team car. But James chooses the defensive line and manages to keep him behind. But I don't think it'll be as easy as that coming up into this next run here. What is Alex going to do? As we watch on board from Evert's perspective, he's already got people behind him. He's got people in front of him.
He might try and move up in front of Alex Mancinelli, but he's too far.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can make a move, but he thinks the better of it. Stays behind in order to make sure. There's a long way to go in this race. So you got plenty laps.
30 laps left. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back on board with Ari Wolf.
Harry Wolf, yeah. I need to remember all these names because I can't
Yeah,
remember them.
it's definitely a handful.
Some new names on the grid.
But yeah, let's have a look and see if there's many people getting involved in the chat. I don't think so. We got Isaac Ahmed as usual. Oh! And as I take my eyes off the screen, that's a very bad line, and through goes Knox! Unbelievable stuff for the lead, but Alex Mancinelli takes the lead immediately. Immediately taking.
Lead.
But I think that might have been a move too early.
A wee bit wide there.
That might have been a move too early. James Knox going to be positioning himself. Oh, there's contact!
That might be contact there. That might be.
And he's overcooked it.
Oh, he's gone wide.
And he's lost two positions at the cost of going for one. And now Bivona is looking very, very alongside the big racing team. They're all very close together. James very late on the brakes, trying to keep that P3 position. And through goes Bivona, trying to see if he can get that podium position. You're racing too hard, son. It's only the 8th lap. Calm down.
Calm down, mate. You're not Ronaldo.
Goodness me. He definitely thinks he is. As through goes Bivona. He makes the move stick. And James playing the long game and just letting go just for now because he knows there's still a long way to go in this race. Oh, but as I say that, he goes a bit wide.
Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Good Knox, maybe I open move.
Oh, goodness me! And what's happened there? And there has to be collision between the two Mercedes drivers.
That might be the collision between the two Mercedes there. We'll see what happened there. I think that's damage to Joseph's wing there.
Yep. Rule number 1 in motorsport, never crash into your teammate, and they've broken just that.
It's like an unwritten rule.
Exactly. We got Mercedes all over again. Speaking of good moves though, Bivona up into second.
Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, Spain 2016.
Absolutely, except we're here in 2018, 2 years later, and it still hasn't changed. We've got Bivona up into P2.
Alex Mancinelli extending his gap in the lead.
And Knox is getting absolutely disposed here.
Seconds, as James Knox has lost a position to, I think that was Josh Everett. Or was he?
Apparently James has caused a collision there. Not sure what's happened, and as I say that, he goes off. Not sure what's happened there.
That was not the open James Knox player. He would not be happy with that one.
Yeah, that's not, I think it is, we have brought him in at a very late notice, he's, well, I say late notice.
I think he got jump scared by that message.
That's it, yeah, that's what catches me out a lot of the time. The thing is, you have to make sure you read those messages when you're available to, and just, if you can't, just assume for the worst and keep going, but, it sucks. Let's hope he can make a comeback.
But now you've got Alex Mancinelli in first, then you've got Bivona in second, along with Harry Wolf in third, and then you've got the run out of Josh Everett getting past Ollie Betts in 4th, Ollie Betts in 5th, and we've got D-Thief. I don't know who's that.
Actually, I haven't talked about D-Thief. D-Thief up in P6 at the moment. So the lead pink racing car. Currently trying to hold back the Renault teammate. So we had Josh Everts racing against James Knox. We've got D-Thief now racing against Chris Tango.
I didn't know it was Chris Tango.
Yeah. So let's go on board with Chris Tango here as he tries to see if he can. Yeah. He tries to see if he can make a wee move. But you know.
D-Thief won't give up that easily.
Yeah, D-Thief, if anything, knows exactly where to position his car. James Knox you can rely on for outright pace, but D-Dong, it's absolute defense when it comes to this Czechoslovakian driver.
Alonso 2021 Hungary.
Exactly, you can rely on him to give you the win if you know that the faster car behind you is coming for that P1 position. His mere aura will make Chris Tango spin.
I think that's Joseph making up a position past James Knox.
Yep, and James Knox losing yet another position. So I think he's just, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's definitely losing a lot of the pace at the moment.
He might be not very happy.
He might have just kicked the tires a wee bit too much on his return. Let's just hope he can make that. He can make a swift return. He's not out of the points just yet.
What lap do you think they'll be pitting around?
Well, we had people pit very early at the start. Oh,
yeah.
A bit more wiggle waggle. And there's a
pitting.
safety car, right? So I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I don't know what's exactly happened. I don't see anyone.
I think.
Oh, right there.
There
we go.
That's Alex Mancinelli.
Alex Mancinelli's cooked it. Safe rejoin, mate. Safe rejoin. And that's James, I think, goes straight into the pits.
Yeah, and that's one of the Ferraris in as well.
Yep.
And then we've got the second safety car of the race, which is not ideal to be fair. We just want pure racing.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is the right call in my opinion. It was one spin into the wall. That should have been a yellow.
Yeah.
If there was another contact with that car, then fair enough. I understand, but like, it's unnecessary. You take the whole strategy aspect out of the race if you keep putting safety cars in. But yeah, there's nothing much that can be done, unfortunately. Just gonna have to.
That might be an illegal overtake, maybe, or that might be someone give her position back.
Yeah.
Because I saw Joseph lost the position under a safety car. I think that's the Renault diving into the pits, and that's Josh Everts into the pits for the second time in this race.
Yeah. So
His guys have clearly died off. And what's going on here?
I'm not.
Why is there people going alongside in the pits?
I don't know. I don't know if this is really needed. If I'm being honest, like, do we need to all pit? Like, they've only been running for a couple laps. I feel like that stint could be extended a wee bit more. But you know, I'm not driving. I'm not gonna say anything. What I can say with confidence though is that Bivona leads the race, followed by D-Thief. So now we've got. It is kind of like an entire swap around. Like, the grid kind of is still the same, except we've got the other teammates now. So Knox and Josh Everts, they're all further back down the field. But we've now got D-Thief, and we've got Bivona, and we've got Chris Tango. Looking to see if they can capitalise.
The order is, during the safety car, we've got Argentina Bonova, and then you've got D-Thief with Chris Tango, and then you've got Harry Wolf, and then you've got Josh Everts with Ollie Betts right behind, and then you've got Joseph in 7th, and then you've got James Knox, and then one of the 9th, and then you've got Alex Mancinelli. That's how you want to put it. We've got Frost in 11th with Dylan Toe.
Oh, what's going on here?
And that's
what is this call? What is this strategy call? You're leading the race. Why are you going to the pits?
You're leading the race. Why are you diving into the pits?
That's a bit questionable. I can't lie.
Yeah,
you're leading the race. I'm not really sure if that's the play there, but
that's going to give D-Thief the lead then.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining. That means Pink Racing Team's going to be leading the race with their number 38 driver D-Dong. However, he has got an overwhelming amount of pressure behind him, so he's going to have to make sure that he can bring that Crocs brand to good reputation.
As we said earlier, he will not give up. He won't.
And I think he is on the hardest tyre of the field at the moment, on the
I
softs.
think it's either super soft, I think. Or
Yeah, I think those are just the regular softs, and everyone else is on supers or ultras. So if he plays this right, he can try extend that tire all the way to the end, and I think that's what he's going to try to do.
Potentially do something.
Yep. So interesting. We'll see what happens. Apologies for the yawn. Plenty people all looking to see if they can get a piece of that action. But and cars shouldn't be going side by side. We will have to release that.
I think you should have some distance.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous for this one because I feel like you've got slightly you've got slightly more inexperienced drivers at the front now.
I think no safety car gonna be out for one more lap then.
Yeah, pretty sure, yeah. Well, that's an interesting line.
There's a wee bit wide.
Just a bit.
So your order before the safety car comes in, you've got D-Thief, Chris Tango with Harry Wolf, and then you've got Josh Evans. Followed behind him is Ollie Betts with Joseph behind Betts, with James Knox following behind the two Mercedes. And they've got other Ferraris in 8th. They've got Alex Mancinelli with Frost following closely behind Alex Mancinelli. And then you've got Bavona in 11th. Why did you pit me? Honestly. They've got Dylan Toe in 12th.
You're assuming that everyone's gonna crash and you're gonna somehow make it. That's just wishful thinking.
Yeah. You're basically wanting the heavens to open.
And on lap 15 of 37, I don't think they are. But what a debut this is for Pink Racing Team. I hate to blow my own whistle, but you know, cars leading the race. Got James and Paddock down in P7. He's in a position to make good ample progress. However, we have got both the Renaults also there. We've also got Ari Wolf in the mix.
And that's the safety car in this lap.
Yeah. So, what are we going to see folding out of this corner here? Let's get ourselves a nice TV angle. TV camera 1. This should be good. So let's just see. When is he going to start going? Still weaving. Still weaving. He knows that people... and he's gone. Alright, so D-Thief leads ahead of Chris
Green
Tango.
Flag Racing gear, and that's
Oh, and it's a bit
Ollie
wide
Betts
from
making a move on
Dom.
Josh Evans, as D-Thief goes a bit wide there. I don't think he gained an advantage as that. Having Wolf overtaking Chris Tango up then.
And we're gonna go down. It's gonna be 3 wide.
The 3 wide.
Oh, and I think Ari Wolf's gone off there. Side by side between the two drivers there. And I think D-Thief has to be really conscious of who's going to try send it down the inside. Of course it's Ari Wolf who's going to send it down the inside. Oh my goodness, what's happened there? Oh, and he's caused a horrible accident. He's caused a horrible accident, this steaming bastard. What?
Safety car again, and that's Josh Evans
that has
up
to be
into
a
the
safety
lead
car.
now.
That has to be a safety car. What the hell was he doing? What the hell was he doing? I'm sorry, that was absolutely ridiculous. For someone,
I think that was maybe who had the momentum just do that.
Someone that stated that I'm always falling off. That was a massive fall off of his own. That was absolutely horrendous.
Was Bavona even up there? No, he wasn't.
I'm not sure. I wish we can get an instant replay on that. But that was so avoidable. That was so unnecessary. You're not gonna make a move like that.
You're not gonna make a move like that at turn 4.
Especially on the outside. At the very least, be a bit cautious on your throttle. Wee
bit cautious, yeah.
Like you know, you can try run it side by side down into the next corner and then try and make the move there. You're not going to make it in one fell swoop. It was a good execution. It was a good idea, but it was a horrible exit. So, and he's gone and just cost everyone the restart there. So, D Thief all the way down into last place. That's helped James Knox once again get up into the lead.
Yeah. As we have our third safety car on lap.
In my opinion, that should have been the first safety car of the race, because that was the first incident that you actually needed to stop the race. You know?
Yeah. I think 2 other incidents. The first one, I think it should have been like BSC or something.
First one should have just been yellow. Second one was definitely a yellow. This one, yeah, 100% needed to be a safety car. But you're just pulling Harold Foxy out for plenty. You're making him work overtime with this, right? But you know.
He's not gonna be happy if he's not paid overtime.
Yeah, that was
$1 cent an hour.
Avoidable incident. That was an avoidable incident.
Someone's dived in, and yep, that's. I think that was someone. I didn't know who.
So I mean, it's put a lot of drivers that we thought were out of contention back into the race.
So your standings after a lap under the safety car, you've got James Knox in first, and then you've got Joseph in the Mercedes following right behind him, and then you've got Alex Mancinelli along with Agostino Bavona along with one of the Ferraris. I still can't remember the name. And then you've got Josh Everts in 6th. They've got Ollie Betts in 7th along with Don Toe and Harry Wolf along with Chris Tango along with D.F. from Frost as your bottom 2 or 3.
Yep, so surprised we've got no retirements yet, given that absolute calamity of an incident.
Yeah.
But you know, we're nearly at the halfway point of this race, so
it will be a Josh Everts thing to do to make it a red flag.
Yeah, but you know, he's not the one doing the race control, so if he wanted to do that, I don't think it can be done. Definitely not a red flag, but definitely a safety car in my opinion. But yeah,
no one hit the wall, so.
And just a disclaimer: this is not me hating on any of the race control. Without them, we wouldn't be having any of these races. But it is important that opinions are given so that we have better, more fun races for the future. You know, this is already. I think we've only had about 10 FIA incident involving. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at a replay, but from what it looked like he just oversteered and went straight into James there. So, James, no, straight into D Thief. So yeah, wait. So they think that's ridiculous, lads. I'm gonna have to clarify that. Back to the lead.
It will be investigated. I think they've got 3 things to investigate.
Yeah, well, if they investigate that, and we obviously didn't get a good enough angle, unfortunately. But I'm not going to point fingers, but I do think it was a very, very unnecessary move. Yeah.
I think it got being prevented.
Yeah, I think we can both agree though that we are excited to get this race back on the roads.
Yeah, there's too much drama.
This is how every race goes, mate. It's always drama. So.
Safety car in this lap, I think.
I'm hoping so.
Yep, it is. Or Foxy has gone back to the pits, and James Knox will lead the pack on to lap 20. It's just a matter of when he's going to go.
Yep.
I think you'll want to leave this until the last second just to catch him out a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. If he can take it all the way until the final corner and then go, that gives him the best run, because he knows that on this game, if you just hit the corners right, you can get an insanely better exit in the car ahead. So he needs to make sure that
I think he's doing exactly that.
Yeah, so when is he going to go? He's going to leave it, and he's gone.
He's gone.
And he's absolutely legged it. He's absolutely legged it. What a start from James Knox. Up into the first corner here. Swings it through. Perfect run. He didn't do what D Thief did.
I think that's John Everett's going a bit wide. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, there's
Um,
definitely some cars going wide. We've got Olorimi
They've
Joseph
got
now.
Verona, and then I think the Verona and one of the Ferraris, I think, are battling for third. It would be good if we got, as we see. Oh, this might be Alex Mancinelli going for a move on Josh Evans. What's going
Oh!
on here? As Alex Mancinelli tries round the outside, Josh Evans will not give this one up.
Absolutely. If we
And
could
Alex
just quickly go back
Mancinelli
to
gets
the
up into
front.
fifth.
It looks like we're still same old here, but back here at the start.
And then you've got Harry Wolf making up a place here, as Josh Evans might have had a moment there. Josh Evans on the hunt towards Ollie Betts. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, they're all neck and neck. This is definitely a very risky play at the moment. And James Knox currently setting the fastest lap of the race, leading onwards from Olorimi Joseph, then Agostino Bavona, Yannis Kovamis, and then we got Alex Mancinelli, we got Epic, Everts, Toe, Tango, D-Thief,
Oh, and
Pascal
that's
to round off the grid, and oh, very, very close.
oh, very, very close there between James Knox and Olorimi Joseph.
What's happening?
And that's Harry Wolf. Taken by Josh Everett. Is he going to send it down the inside? He is.
Oh, he's locked the
He
tires,
locks up,
but he's made the move.
and he's made it. But Josh Everett is still alongside.
And he's made it back.
He's made it back.
So Harry Wolf thinking better of that move again, this time sensibly backing off when he knows he's not got the traction.
And then Josh Everett can focus on hunting down Alex Mancinelli. As we see in the lead, I think James Knox might be trying to pull away, but Olorimi Joseph is going to stay with him. As I think.
Yeah, it
James
is
Knox
important to
get the
note
fastest
that
lap.
it is important to know Knox is on the slower tire. He's trying to go to the end.
Yeah. But if he can make those tires last until they're basically cut.
Oh, and what's happened
as he
there?
goes a wee bit wide there.
Was there contact? I'm not entirely sure.
As Olorimi Joseph gets up into first.
Oh, and he needs to be careful.
Oh, he goes to the inside.
Down the
He
inside.
sends it, but
He's just
he
unable
just
to make that
misses
move. He's got to
out.
slot back in. And he's looking again. Now Bavona's also looking to try and get involved in this lead fight here.
James is not giving this one off.
He's gonna have to settle for a second just for now though, and try to see if he can get an offensive going when Olorimi's tires start dying off.
This race will come back to him as he is on the side that can last longest as he goes a little bit wide.
Oh, and now we've got Bavona trying to make a move.
That's a Bavona on James Knox.
I think Bavona's gone a bit wide there and Knox back up into seconds. Which goes to show, play your moves right. You don't need to rush
James
them.
Knox gets back into.
Is Bavona going to try again? Be patient, mate. What is he doing? He's just costing himself. You've got so many laps left. Just calm the fuck down. And now we've got.
He thinks he's freaking Kimi Antonelli.
He just needs to time his moves, pick his battles.
Come on now.
Instead, he's just deciding to go for the offensive every single time. Now, I could be wrong here. Is he going to get the move done this time out? We'll see. James takes a very wide line. He knows that Bavona is going to go for something slightly suicidal. He needs to give him more space than usual. And James Knox manages to keep him while on the outside. Take a bow. Meanwhile, Bavona's coming back though, and we can see in the background Yannis Kovamis is coming, and that's Bavona forcing James off there, not really giving him much space.
Bavona's gone off himself.
Bavona's going to have to give the position back there. He did force him off the track.
Yeah, he's going to have to give it back. But he's not gave it back. I think he's going to make James work for it, but he's have to give it back.
He will have to give that position back. I don't think he even gave any space to James there. James, it looks like he's just going to have to take the position back the old-fashioned way. Nice line, and once again down the inside. But he's had a little bit of a compromised exit, but I think he's just managed to cover it off for now. And now is Bavona once again going to try and make a move? Yes, he is. And Bavona once again trying to see if he can go the wide way around, and he manages to get it pulled off.
No, onto the grass though.
I think a
As the
penalty. I think a
Ferrari
penalty
of-
is in order for not giving the position back, though.
Yeah, I think that's a penalty coming Pavona's way as the Ferrari is just waiting to pick up the position. No,
What's happening?
no, nothing happened.
Nanso late.
I think the Ferrari might have made a penalty wide.
I'll get it later. I'm commenting. Hey,
I'll go for a
get it,
second.
bro. Just like muscle back in. Right, Alex, I'll be 1 second, mate. Just cover me for a minute.
Hello guys, I'm back. As we see, Joseph absolutely skinning the entire grid with this one. So your order is Oliver Joseph, and then you've got Argentina Bonova. They've got James Knox with Grover Mees, I think his name is. They've got Josh Everts, Alex Mancinelli, Ollie Betts, Harry Wolf, Chris Tango, D Thief, Donto, and Frost. Oh, something? Maybe. Oh, he's.
Oh, sorry.
Looking to see. Right. I just had to get me tea.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Tea and food ready. So let's lock in for this final few laps. So, Pavona looks to have gotten past of Knox here. Still a very questionable move that pushed him off the track. It's just unsportsmanlike in my
And then
opinion.
you've got Josh Everts battling Grover Mees, I think his name is.
Yeah,
If I'm not
Gomez.
mistaken.
Gomez, he's been looking ever so slightly trying to see if he can make that move, but if he goes for it and he messes it up, you've got Alex Mancinelli also looking to immediately take advantage. Knox v Everts though, this is something we have seen before. The race win here last time round. Back when these two were both driving for Renault it was. But it looks like Josh has got bigger problems on his hands though. Kovamis tries to make a move. Looks like Josh just covered him off though. Or have I spoke too soon? It looks like Kovamis has got a beautiful run through and he's towing Mancinelli along as we speak. Looks like it's going to be 3 wide going into this corner.
I think Alex Mancinelli's thought better of it. Yeah, he's back now.
Oh, and Josh Everts.
Oh, Josh goes a bit wide there. I think. No, that's not a penalty coming this way. He went too wide.
I think it's just a bit of a racing instinct.
I was about to say, if he overtaken Grover Mees, then he would have to give it
He's
back.
diving his nose in. You have to pick your battles. Josh, stop trying to overtake at every single corner.
Not trying to be Kimi Antonelli in Hungary.
And once again, yeah, he's just going to lose time to the Mercedes.
He's just gonna cook his tyres.
And now we've got Epic right on the back end of Josh Everts here.
He's-
a wounded
He's
dog.
absolutely on
Trying
it.
to keep himself in the game.
Oh,
but
he
has
might be
clearly
trying to
got
move
no
here.
pace.
Absolutely no pace on.
Oh, that's a bit questionable, Epic. You're supposed to leave him a bit of space there, buddy. That is not what we call space. But good to see that he's, surrendered the position. He's going to try to see if he can go for another run. He thought the better of it. Oh, very, very close to making contact there.
I
Just
thought those were
about.
contact.
Just about.
As Joseph is absolutely flying away with this one. Unless there's another safety car, then
I
It's
hope
supposed to be
not. I
perfect.
kind of just like these guys to race to the end now. So I'm quite interested in the tyres. I'm interested to see if James's tyres can. Oh, as he locks up.
oh,
Interested to
leave
see
it
if
wide.
James's tyres can give him the position he needs over the people running the slightly softer tyres. As you can see, we're starting to see Pavona losing grip. He's catching up to Olarimi Joseph.
this is going to be interesting there for the lead. I think it's going to be a three-way fight. It could go down to the very last few laps if Pavona lights up his tyres.
Yeah, I'm all for
Yeah.
some fighting at the end.
As he's brought the gap down from 1.6 seconds to just 1 second in general. But I don't think he's got the dose of DRS. No, he has not.
No. Well, the thing is, every driver, apart from the lead driver, gets DRS. So everyone has a speed advantage, apart from Joseph. So it's just a case of seeing when these guys can try and make that move.
As Bavona is within 1 second of Joseph here. As Joseph's tyres might be going off. He might try and last this one out though. As we said earlier, the team Mercedes have suddenly turned up. Like they just came onto the grid and said, you know what, we're going to win a race this year.
Yep, looks like they might have already won this
absolutely
race.
pulled it. But not yet, you've got to wait for the checkered flag. As that's Joseph weaving a bit there.
Trying to see if he can break the slipstream between him and Bavona. Bavona, who is slowly starting to bring his car into the mix here. And James Knox, who's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Oh, he's already looking to see if he can eye up moves.
Look at it, or he thinks better of it. As we see Bavona here, with a very nice on board.
Yep.
He thinks of it, but thinks better of it. You don't want another crash.
You don't want to do another RE Wolf, so looking to see if he can keep his car in contention, because he knows if he makes a mistake, he's only got 2 seconds to recover before James Knox is on his tail.
As he's eyeing up Joseph here. He's not going to go for it here. He goes a little bit wide. He's got the DRS enabled. He might go one here.
Go for a move.
No, alongside. They go into turn one.
The inside, and that's a clean move from Magatino Bavona up into the lead of the Grand Prix. We said Mercedes might be in the contention to win this, but it looks like they've got a challenge on their hands now in the final few laps of this race. Down they go, and once again Mercedes trying to see if they can stay on the offense, but cooking the brakes, and they've got to
cooking the tyres. I think James Knox might be wanting to get into this as well.
Yeah, James knows that, you know, he's not that far behind. He's only 2.5 seconds behind. He can see the lead pack up ahead, and he knows that if these two come together, the door is swung right open for him to take Pink Racing Team's first ever win. At the same time,
don't count out James Knox here.
Yeah,
if these two come together, he could potentially go on and win.
At the same time here, Oloremi's Joseph's also going to want to make sure that they get Mercedes' first win of the season.
Okay, about down the rest of the pack, I don't think it's going to be a good day for Josh Evans here.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes, and you know, a lot of collisions, a lot of incidents,
and
he's overcooked it.
Oh, that's a bit wide.
I knew that was a bit wide, a bit wider than expected. Looks like the tyres might finally be starting to fall off here. Yeah, you can clearly see that there's a lot of... Let's watch this. Oh, there's a battle here I've been wanting to see for a while, and that is epic on Janis Kovamis. And now Everett's looking to see if he can get involved as well. Down they go into the hairpin. And oh, Josh Everett's getting very impatient here, trying to see if he can make moves quickly. He knows that he needs to get points here. But my oh my, is he stuck?
A bit patient.
The patience is something he doesn't have at the moment. James Knox, oh, and James Knox, goodness me!
Oh, that's
as we called it, the tyres have fell off. They fell off, and James Knox up into second.
Joseph, and that's James Knox into second.
And now he just has to hope and pray that Bavona has issues up ahead. But Bavona knows the stakes now. He knows he's got 4 seconds behind him, and he just needs to bring it home. He's not got many laps left, but those tyres here on, they must be squealing for dear life.
They must be hanging on for dear life. As the super soft runners, tyres might be going off now. As that's D-Thief diving into the pit. I wonder what that's all about.
I'm not sure what's going on there, but we do see James is now under pressure from Alex Mancinelli.
But remember, Alex Mancinelli's tyres might be going off because of what happened to Romeo Joseph.
He needs to pick his battles though, he needs to be careful.
James is not going to go down without a fight here.
And as we speak, we've also got... Oh!
Oh, that's into gravel for the second time at the same corner for Romeo Joseph. And then that allowed Josh Everts into fifth.
Goodness me, we've got battles all up and down the field at the moment. James Knox currently trying his best to defend his P2 position here. But we've got Alex Mancinelli trying to see if he can make him move, the former Peugeot driver. Trying to see if he can take advantage of James Knox and take an extra 3 points home.
I think he's going to sell for P2 if he brings it home. Because honest to God, what he's been through in this race, he has to take it.
Yep, and obviously your heart goes out for D Thief, who was leading a comfortable race and then got absolutely executed by Ari Wolf. We're still yet to see the replay on that. We could be wrong, but
yeah,
we're just going off of what we saw.
Yeah. But for now, James is absolutely clinging on for dear life, and that's a bit closer than you have wanted.
Yeah, I don't even think you can fit a Mars bar through those two cars at the moment. That gap is very, very small.
I don't even think you can fit a Toblerone.
And that is definitely a big chocolate bar. Looking at down we go through the start-finish straight here. Once again, this is the most deadly part. If he can keep Alex Mancinelli behind here, he should be okay. But he has to go wide.
Oh, James goes a wee bit wide, and then that's a... Something's happened with the leaderboard, I think.
Yeah, what's happened to Bivona? How has he managed to get 8 seconds ahead? I think it is just because of Knox having...
yeah, that's a normal now.
Yeah, I think it is just because Knox is really struggling by holding back Alex here. And by holding back Alex, he's also brought back the Mercedes into the equation.
I think Ollie Betts will just be waiting for these two to fight, and then he can just pick up the pieces.
Exactly. Now, it's very simple for Ollie Betts. Sorry.
Oh.
He just needs to make sure... Oh, and what's happened here?
Oh! Alex Mancinelli might have
cooked it there. I'm not entirely sure what happened. But now, he's only got one pink object ahead of him, and that is not a dildo, ladies and gentlemen. It is James Knox in the pink racing team car. And he's going to have to try and see if he can make the move. DRS wide open, but it's also open for James Knox. However, James doesn't have one thing, that is slipstream. He's in clean air at the moment. Down he goes to the first turn. We can see he's cooked.
Oh, that's a wee bit of a lock-up.
Slightly suspicious exit from Ollie Betts. It looks like you might as well call him Oily Betts with how much he's sliding around the track. As we've got Alex Mancinelli looking to make a move. He threatens and opens the door, but he's unable to enter. And as a result, he wiggles around.
He's wiggling on the track, let's say. And James Knox is hanging on for dear life here.
That's Joseph into the pits.
I think something happened.
What
that's
have we missed?
Off.
What have we missed? Alex Mancinelli flies off. I'm assuming Everts now sees him in his iron sights, but not close enough to capitalise. Has Everts just spun? No, he hasn't. And now we've got Epic Oily Betts looking to see if he can make the move. The leader is on the final lap of the race, and so it is these two here. It's going to be one hell of a lap as we come into the final few bits of the race. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't make any suicidal moves. What the hell was that? 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 I jinxed it. I jinxed it. Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable.
I'm going to jinx you now.
I'm
going to jinx you now next week.
This is absolutely unbelievable. You don't make suicidal moves on the last lap of the race. And James now goes into Alex. Frustration is piling up, and now Everts is going to take
suddenly came into this one and said, thank you very much, I'll take P4.
Yep, and Everts, who we thought was completely out of this race. Oh, and James goes for it's absolutely biblical dive bomb. But James is going to have to understand that he's just going to be unable to get the grip out of those tyres. It is a very, very stupid move from Oily Betts. And it has cost Pink Racing Team their first podium.
I think that's going to
And
be a
James
penalty.
Knox's frustration has
he's
sent him flying off on the final lap of the race. It's going to allow Chris Tango to get across.
Chris Tango to get up into 5th.
And it's also going to allow Kovamis into 6th.
I think Harry Wolf will miss out. Yeah, he's
Harry
going
Wolf is
to
going to miss out, yeah. But James Knox, who was running P2, epic dust.
It's now P7.
It's going to be heated.
It's
going to be heated. I'm sorry I missed this, but Agostino Bivona wins for Lancia. It was a routine drive, amazing moves where they counted, and he's managed to take it up into.
And he does some donuts for the fun.
Well deserved. Good shit. Epic Dusk P2, but that's definitely going to have to be dropped down the order. It was an absolutely bombastic move. He was driving really well up until then. I'm really confused as to why he even thinks something like that is normal. Alex Mancinelli, you know, he had that crash early on. He also had the crash late on. Didn't think he was going to get much out of it. But, you know, he's got P3. Everts, good recovery, P4. Chris Tango up into P5. Kovamis, good job, P6. And then James Knox, you got a feel for him. He was running P2 that final lap. Ari Wolf.
Oh, what's happened this one?
Ari Wolf, he had that. He had the opportunity to, you know.
He had the audacity.
Yeah, he had the opportunity. He's gone for it. He also had the opportunity to make a really good batch of points for this race.
He's taken out.
Yeah. He had the opportunity to capitalise off of a lot of points this race, but he's just been unable to, you know, keep his car on the track. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get some interviews now. Let's try and call in maybe Bivona. I'm going to see if that's possible. Let me see. I'm just going to make a quick invite link. Then I'm going to bring people in. Oh, that's the wrong bloody. I'm just going to try to see if we can get so we have let's see. So if we just what do you call it?
Jack.
Yeah.
That was a very good race, to be fair. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, so if we can get, okay, we've got some people. So who would you like to interview first? Shall we let's get Oily Betts in, and let's see. Okay, cool. So we're joined by Oliver Betts. So.
Hello.
Yes. So a good drive, obviously started on the front row. You had very good pace that race, and we're looking for a comfortable challenge on P2. We obviously saw that contact at the end there. What do you make of it?
Yeah, no, it was a good race for me, I thought, until the end. Obviously, the contact on my screen, I just went. I think I ghost touched him. You know, it's unlucky. It's my fault at the end of the day. I did brake a little late on my behalf, and obviously sent Knox round. It's unlucky for him, but yeah, in the end, it was a good race still for me. I think I fought well. We severely lacked straight line speed, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how of course it works, isn't it? You just have to deal with these netcode issues. Emotions run high, but at the end of the day, I think that's something we can all agree on. But yeah, I'm taking this as your first race of the season because I haven't seen you in the standings anywhere else.
Yeah, so this was the first race of the season. So for that, I mean, it's a great result. I could bet more than I could have dreamt for. You know, especially with qualifying as well. It just shows the true pace of Mercedes. Like, we got a team that can 100% fight for this constructors. So yeah, that's what the goal is.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, it was good to see you. Have you got anything else to add?
No, I think it was a good race. Just a shame at the end, to be honest. Good battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing more than that. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Well, thank you very much, mate. And
No worries.
we'll catch you next time round.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
No worries. Cool. Right. Next up, we'll drag in Gold Place, his teammate. All right. So we have Oloremi Joseph, who was, well, we assumed he was going to be in contention for the race win there, and then all sorts of chaos took place. What's your take on it?
To be honest, I've got no words really. That was just everything just went away from me in the final few laps. Then the pressure of Bavona just chasing me down, tires just went out the window, and I just couldn't keep up. And then mistake after mistake, I just couldn't keep up. And then ultimately, I just lost the race there and then.
Yeah, we did wonder if the tires would be able to make the distance, and we did start to see a lot of people starting to slip around on a bit, and unfortunately it hit you the most, I think. But if we take away the negatives, look at the positives. How did you feel with the pace? Do you think you can learn from this and move on to the next race and hopefully challenge for the win again?
Positives, yeah, the car was great with like qualifying and stuff yesterday. So with that, that's a good positive we can take. Possible podium for teammate as well, and an extra point for fastest lap as well. So all in all, there's a couple of positives to take from here, and then we can hopefully fight next week and
Good stuff.
I don't know, maybe get another one too, but we'll see.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, appreciate your time, man, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, thank you. See ya.
Yeah, see you later. Cool. Right. So now, Alex, I'll give you the choice this time. Who would you like to drag in? We've got, I think it's Giannis. We've got the race winner, Bavona, and then we've got James Knox.
I think we've got to do Bavona and then James Knox.
All right, let's drag in Bavona. So,
Hello.
hello. If I'm not mistaken, we are joined by the race winner here. An
Yes, it's me.
absolutely commanding drive from start to finish. Use the opportunities when they are presented, and calm on the tires, calm on the lines, and brought it home for Lancia. Talk us through it. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel weird from that because I started from the back because yesterday I couldn't race due to family issues because I had to attend a birthday, so I couldn't qualify. So I had no practice with the car, at least on Red Bull Ring. But yeah, I took the opportunities from the safety cars. But at first, I kind of screwed it up because I thought I put ultra softs on the first stop, but it didn't. So I ended up changing the same tire for 2 stints. And like not the same tire, like same compound. And then at the next safety car, I had to change the tires. So that kind of screwed me over. But then past whoever was in the Mercedes in second place at the final few laps, and then calmly sank my way to the finish line. That's it.
Yeah, me and Alex were watching. We saw. I think that was what we were a bit confused as to why you had to stop again when you were leading in the safety car. And we thought that was
because I didn't want
yeah.
to get screwed over by the mandatory pit stop rule, and I screwed up the first stop, so I had to make up for it.
Yeah, but even despite that, you managed to make it count, and you bring home 25 points, man. So really good job. What do you think do you think you can carry this pace on for next week, or is it just a case of seeing what you can do?
I mean, next week is at Silverstone, and it's kind of a weak point for me because I didn't have good luck on that track. But I kind of want to know how good the others will be because there are a lot of Brits here, and I think there will be some drivers that I have to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Well, listen, enjoy the win, and we'll catch you at Silverstone next week.
Okay. Yeah, cheers.
No worries. All right, Alex, 2 drivers left, mate. Shall we go for James Knox or shall we go for Giannis? I'm going to take the silence as we go for James Knox. Let's drag him in. All right, so James Knox, first race for Pink Racing Team. Obviously, it did not end the way you wanted to, but we saw the pace you had at the start. the tire choice, and you managed to bring it all the way to the end until that final contact. Betts has apologized for the incident and said it was his fault. But what do you make of it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be a man about this and be like, it's what it is. It's racing, isn't it? I mean, obviously, good fun race. I wasn't really too worried about where I'd finish, so it's just go out there, have a bit of fun. I was in P2 till last lap, and unfortunately that did happen. But as I said, it's racing. I'm not going to get too worked up over it. It was a good fun race, so it's what it is.
Yeah, of course. Do you think? I mean, if we take the negatives away and we look at the positives, it was good pace. You know, you even said yourself that you hadn't practiced much coming into this one. So, how do you feel? Obviously you were running at the front based on pace. You were one of the fastest cars there, and you weren't even on the fastest tire as well. So, do you think you can carry this into your home race next week if you are taking part?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just having a chat with Epic and Gold, and they were saying that the Super Softs were not a good tire, and they were like, they thought it was crazy that I'd gone onto the Super Softs. So yeah, I mean, I think is I was like, okay, look, I'll get these to the end. I'm sure they'll be fine. And then it got to about lap 25, and it wasn't that great. But I thought I could ride it out because I didn't pit on that second safety car. I think it was the second safety car. I'm not too sure. Thought I got them off, but it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. But it's what it is. We'll move on to next week, and yeah, hopefully the home race is a bit better.
Yeah, of course. Well, appreciate you, man. Good race, and hopefully you can get a better fortune for next time round.
Yeah, cheers.
No worries. Cool. Right. Guess that leaves us with one last person in the interview booth. We've got Giannis Kovamis. I'm assuming. Let's drag him in and let's ask him some questions. All right. So I believe we're joined by P6 finisher Giannis Kovamis. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So talk us through your race. You were quite. You weren't really catching the cameras that much, but when it mattered and when we saw the big incidents and stuff, you were always there to capitalize. So talk us through your race. You've brought home 8 points for the team. How do you feel?
I mean, yeah, I couldn't really race properly today. Lap 1, I got taken out when I tried to pass the clearest way possible, and then after the second restart, Alex and his teammate hit me, and I got a lot of rear and front wing damage. So I was a bit more cautious with the braking zones and stuff, so I couldn't really push, but I knew if I had to pit, then I would be last place. So, but I mean, starting from P10 and finishing P6, some points for the team, but overall I'm not quite happy with the race. So.
Yeah, of course. What could I ask? Alex, have you got any interesting questions while I think of something?
No, I've got nothing.
It's all right.
Fair enough.
How do you feel about where you are in the team at the moment? Obviously, you were the only car running, I think, for Lahama. So, are you in talks with anywhere else at the moment, or are you happy where you are right now?
Well, talks are going. I'm not going to say with what drivers, but talks are going. Right now, I'm quite disappointed that my driver, who was in the beginning of the season, he said that he will attend most of the races, didn't come to any single one of them. Well, now our constructors, well, we could go for the constructors, but it would be really difficult, and I would need a good driver to get me those points. It's just that I can't do all of the work by myself, so yeah. But I mean, at least the time I've been alone, I've got some good points, apart from today's race, but let's see what the future brings.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, mate, for your time, and we'll see you
Alright,
next week at
thanks.
Silverstone.
Yep, see ya.
Cool. Well, I guess that wraps up for today, Alex. Last but not least, who was your driver of the day, mate?
To be honest, my driver of the day will probably be Agostino Benova.
Yeah.
Because he started last, and then he just picked up the pieces when all the madness happened, and then he just climbed his way up to first. A very well-deserved win, in my opinion.
Exactly. and that's exactly what you need to do. You know, when you have all these crashes going on around you, it's important that you can, you know, reset yourself and just go in and take the opportunities when they're presented, and that's exactly what he did, and he's came away with the race win. So absolutely fair play, great stuff to see. And to all the viewers watching, thank you very much for tuning in to our subpar commentary and interesting use of broadcast, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week for the Silverstone Grand Prix. That'll be it from me and from Alex. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.